Hi everyone. We are here in conversation with Geo, one of the 2023 Oram Award winners. I am the grants manager, Beka Bee, here at PRSFoundation. So I manage the grants making aspect of the Oram Awards program. And over to you, Geo, to introduce yourself.
Hello, I'm Geo Aghinea. I'm an experimental producer, composer, and vocalist, and I'm also one of the 2023 Oram Award winners. And I'm really excited to be here today.
Great, fantastic. Yeah, it's really exciting to be chatting to you and getting an insight into what it's like to win an Oram Award and a bit about your experience on the program as well. So to get started and to get a bit more context into the kind of work that you're making, the Oram Awards recognises women, trans, non-binary and gender diverse music creators who are innovators in the fields of music, sound and related technologies to build on Daphne Oram's legacy. So can you tell us a bit about your innovator work?
So sure, so about my work and approach to sound, I think it all comes to the reason I do music comes to different branches of why I do music as well. So I think one of them is in my experience as a hearing impaired artist. So I have severe hearing loss. I wear hearing aids, and I because of that, I do miss out on certain frequencies. And that has obviously impacted not only the way I hear the world of sound, but also the way I experience and therefore do music. And because of that, my music has come to be a kind of a mix of I do have a preference for like more aggressive, harsh sonics because that's how I hear myself with the hearing aids. And and I think that's why my music has come to be a mix of that and also ethereal vocals. And yeah, my experience my hearing impairment has also kind of changed the way I speak, sing, and my vocal expression as a whole. And yeah, I also craft my own sound, and I mostly use Serum, which is a wavetable synthesizer that has different tools to create your own sound from scratch. It's got like oscillators, envelopes, LFOs, filters, and I use that a lot in my music. And also a lot of audio manipulation. So I rarely use samples unless they are recorded by me. So I think the reason why I do that is because I also want to break free from genres. Um, and I feel like this is very relevant in the next body of work that I'm going to release. But I think the only way to do that is by keeping a grounded sonic identity. And that's the reason why I want to have like, I want my music to, even though my music can take different shapes, I want it to scream out, this is Geo. And yeah, also, I also want to break free from what I would call single mood structures. So with the music that I listen to, like on a day-to-day basis, I feel like most of it only encompasses like one feeling or one emotion, and I've never personally found myself into that. And what I want to do with my music is kind of implement a multitude of feelings or stages of feelings because I feel like that's how I and hopefully other people as well experience emotion. I feel like we do that very sophisticatedly, and I'd love to implement that into my music and kind of create a sonic journey for my listeners to delve themselves into. So this is kind of the whole different thing as to why I do music, and yeah.
Amazing. Yeah, I think it's incredible that you kind of incorporate your experience of hearing as a hearing impaired person into your sound. It's really, really cool. Thank you so much for sharing. So why did you apply to the Oram Awards? What was the appeal of this program specifically for you?
So the way I applied to the Oram Awards was so my tutor Shane from the university that I graduated from last year forwarded the opportunity to me, and he said I should apply. He sent over the application portal, and that's how I also found out about the Oram Awards, and I went to research it. And that's how I also um, found out about the Daphne Oram's revolutionary work. And yeah, I went into the like website, and I also researched the previous winners, and I thought they were all really incredible artists. And it was a lot back and forth with my application because I thought I kind of like, well, I felt like everyone was super talented and very innovative. So I felt like, oh my God, am I eligible for this? And happily, like I was super honored when I found out that I was one of the 2023 Oram Award winners. And I feel like this year's winners, as well, last year's winners well as well, like all super unique, and they all have their different approaches to sound and music. And I think that's my appeal was also because I feel like what the Oram Awards kind of does, so it kind of combines the sound art with the music, so they all come together. Because I feel like contextually they tend to be like a little different niches, but I feel like with the Oram Awards they kind of all blend together. And what also appealed to me was the mentorship program. I thought that was really a valuable thing to get. So yeah.
Yeah, amazing. Great. So on to kind of the things that you get as an Oram Award winner. So winners receive a development bursary as part of the program. How did you plan to use the bursary, and what have the outcomes been?
So I split it into two different things. One of it being like equipment and tech. I upgraded my tech a little bit in order to be able to hear it better, to hear music better. And I have some of the funding left aside for the mixing and mastering of my two songs from my second EP, which hopefully will come out by the end of this year. Uh, I'm trying to take my time with it as I'm soon to get a new pair of hearing aids, and I want to hear what I've produced so far with a new pair of ears, literally. And yeah, that's how I used and will use some of the funding left.
Amazing. Watch this space.
Yeah.
So you touched on it a little bit before, but winners will also have access to the Oram Awards mentoring program. So can you tell us about your experience of having access to a mentor?
Yeah, personally, I think that's amongst the best things that have happened with the Oram Awards since I won. I think honestly, because I so I we so there's Karen, who's the program leader, and she has put a lot of thoughts and work into pairing us with the right mentor. But what I think is also really unique to this program is that like winners can actually choose their own mentor, which to be honest, I have never seen that in any other different programs. I mean, usually it's just a set list of people that you can choose to be mentored by, but realistically within limits and reason, you can basically choose to be mentored by anyone, which is I find that really unique and invaluable because this is literally tailored to your own needs. Uh, Also, I did not have anyone in mind. And that being said, Karen provided us with a questionnaires, with a questions for her to be able to help us find the right person to be
Mhm.
mentored by. And she actually did that. She paired me with an amazing mentor. Her name is Hannah TW, and I'm already learning a lot. And it's super exciting. I think this is, as I said, is amongst the best things that have happened with the Oram Awards program, and I'm really, really excited about it.
Amazing. That's so good to hear. So what opportunities have come up for you since winning an Oram Award?
So the first one was being invited to perform and interview with Max Reinhardt at Soho Radio, which was also my first live radio experience. It's
Amazing.
really cool. Uh, I so Karen also keeps us in the loop with different opportunities that come up every now and then. So we have an internal newsletter, which is also really invaluable. That's how I found out about Sound of the Year awards, which I was shortlisted for this year under the category of Composed with Sound. And also Karen has given me the opportunity to go and visit Daphne Oram's archives at Goldsmiths, which was also really special. And it really puts into perspective the amount of work. It's a lot of physics. It was really special to be there. I kind of have a look for that. And I think again, the mentorship's really, really valuable, and being able to connect with all these amazing, incredible artists, and hopefully collaborate with some of them at some point. But yeah, and I'm sure there's going to be so much more coming out of it. Like it's just literally last year that I found that I was the winner, one of the winners, and I'm sure there's so much more to come out of it.
Yeah, absolutely. I really like that. If you follow the Oram Award channels, they are always promoting anything that the past winners are doing, right? So you're kind of in that network now, and you're going to be celebrated from here on out, which is really cool. One thing I have to mention, I was really impressed when I saw you were named as Trailblazer Music Creator at the Brits.
Yeah, that also happened. It was really cool. It was really unique experience. Yeah,
Yeah, so that my understanding is it's celebrating innovative music creators, right? So
that's correct.
yeah, it's a pretty big win.
Thank you. Thank you. It really means a lot.
Yeah, amazing. We love a success story. Um, so now you've kind of you've been through this process. What advice would you have for anyone who's thinking of applying this year to the Oram Awards?
So yeah, as long as you fit the purpose of the Oram Awards and the criteria, just do it. Like it's really such a cool thing, and it gives a lot of recognition. And that's one of the things that I missed out on saying, because it's an incredible recognition, and it really came in hand at, especially that I'm relatively early at an early stage in my career. Uh, this has been really beneficial to have. Um, and it's made a lot of changes, and it will as well from now on. So just do it. Yeah, apply. I'm
Yeah.
all for it.
Amazing. I think I have to shout out each year we do a how to apply webinar. I believe that all of the winners from last year watched the webinar. That's something we've done recently, so please check it out on the Oram Awards YouTube channel. It will be kind of a more in-depth guide into what we're looking for, and going into the application form as well. So yeah, I mean, I think that kind of covers all of the bases. Was there anything else that you wanted to just throw in while we're here?
Yeah, it was really also really cool to attend the ceremony, which took place at King's Place in London. It was really cool. That's how I also got to get to know all of the artists in person.
Yeah,
And you as well, because that is
yeah,
how I met
me as well.
you. And Karen
Yeah,
joined us.
I did mean to ask you actually, did you have a kind of highlight moment from the ceremony?
Definitely getting to meet everyone. And because you get a sense of community by like kind of having the opportunity to meet everyone in person, and also hearing like their performances, like, oh my God, I was like blown away by it the whole time. I was like, wow, like
Yeah.
goosebumps all over. Yeah,
Yeah, it was amazing. It was an amazing event. I think it's definitely something to be celebrated and shouted at, given at least like from a PRS Foundation perspective, it's our only program we're involved with that has a physical award, which is amazing. Do you have it to hand?
yeah, I think I did. Oh, doo-doo.
Amazing. Incredible. Well, thank you so much, Geo. It's been amazing to chat to you and to, yeah, learn a bit more about what you've been up to and what the program has meant for you. Um, yeah, we will be staying in touch with you, and
Definitely.
please keep us in the loop about all of your amazing achievements, and on the EP release as well. Can't wait to hear it.
Promise, promise. And thank you for chatting with me today. That was really cool.
All right.